All right, guys. It was a nice win for the Utah Jazz. Probably the most fun Jazz fans have had in a while, with a nice win over a good Memphis Grizzlies team. I know they were without Ja Morant, but they're still really good whether Ja Morant plays or doesn't. So this was a nice win, and I'm going to call it a nice win, all right? It's the Hoopster postgame show. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about the Grizzlies before we talk about the Jazz. The Grizzlies are one of the most fun stories in the league. Ja Morant is fantastic. It's a shame he wasn't able to play tonight, and he's missed some games lately. A pretty good amount of games, honestly. So hopefully he can get back soon. I actually don't know what his injury is. So Grizzlies fans, let me know in the comments. It's not something I can remember off the top of my head. But the story about the Grizzlies is that they still win games. I think they're like 20-2 or something like that since now 20-3, but they're like 20-2. Oh, Clay Harris says it's a tweaked knee. So, let's just hope Ja Morant can get better soon, because the league is better with Ja Morant. He's freaking fun to watch. He's fantastic. And this Grizzlies team is just more dynamic when he's on there. Robert Hall, you picked the worst pick for House. Actually, I wanted to say I love this picture. I just completely disagree. I love the joy in his eyes, the smile, the exuberance he plays with shows in this picture. I love this picture of Danuel House. It's actually one of my favorite backgrounds of all year. It might be my favorite. I love this picture. And I love Danuel House. And I'm declaring my love for Danuel House tonight. My new favorite player. But anyways, as far as the Grizzlies go, let's dive into the stats a little bit. That's what we do. I love Desmond Bane. Everyone here knows Desmond Bane. On draft night, when we were doing the live show for when Desmond Bane was being drafted, I mean, those of you who were here, and I think a few of you who watch this channel were there, we were losing our minds because Desmond Bane was on the board for the Jazz that night, and they passed him. And I still can't get over it. I am very happy for you, Grizzlies fans. Desmond Bane is fantastic, and it's not a surprise. I mean, it was just so obvious he was going to be good in the league. It's so disappointing, and it was a fireable offense. That's why Dennis Lindsey was fired. At least one of the major reasons was that pick. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And Desmond Bane, his numbers tonight weren't fantastic, but he was really good in the first half, and these dipped off in the second. The Jazz had a really good second half, but 8 for 21, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals for Desmond Bane, 23 points. He was a +3 in a Grizzlies loss. He's fantastic. He is burly. He's strong. He's athletic. He makes good plays. He's a great shooter. He plays defense. I mean, he's just everything you would want in a player. And for whatever reason, the Jazz passed on him. I don't know if I'll ever get over that. I will not, because guess what? Desmond Bane, if he was on the Jazz, I don't even want to think about it. Jaren Jackson Jr., the shooting wasn't good tonight, although you see this and you would have thought it would have been a lot better the way he was knocking down threes, but his average for the season from three is 30%. And look at that, 3 for 10, 30% exactly. The field goal wasn't very good. This is kind of the Rudy effect, I guess. Rudy and Hassan were fantastic tonight. But Jaren Jackson has been so dynamic defensively this year. He has been so good. He still scores 28 points. It did take 27 shots, but he took 10 free throws, which is great. He's just gotten better, and that contract was a little, that was a risk, and he's lived up to the contract because he's been really good defensively. He's fantastic, and he should be on one of the all-defense teams because he's been really dynamic for the Grizzlies. So, and you know who else I was actually really wrong about? I thought Steven Adams was washed before he joined the Grizzlies. And he's been just really solid. He's been really good for them. He still is just a rebound machine. 13 rebounds, 8 assists for Steven Adams tonight. That's fantastic. And one of the most lovable players in the league. It's just hard not to root for Steven Adams in every sort of way. And he's a guy that does whatever it takes to win. He doesn't care about getting shots. And you see that 4 shots tonight, but 8 assists and 10 rebounds. I mean, 3 points. Oh, sorry, why am I yawning? 8 assists and 13 rebounds for Steven Adams. Couldn't root for that guy more. The other guy who was surprisingly good for them tonight, and he's actually been really good this year. What a nice pickup for them. Tyus Jones, 52 from the field, 100% from three. He shot 100%. He monstered Donovan tonight a little bit, and then 5 assists, 24 points for Tyus Jones. He's great. I mean, what a nice pickup for the Grizzlies. Fantastic. Melton's nice for them as well, although he was a minus 17. It was really the bench for the Jazz that won this game. And Kyle Anderson, who's just really solid for them. The Grizzlies front office is fantastic. They do a great, great job. You know, and that's why they have a really fun team. They make the right pick. They do the right thing. They develop the guys they get, and they play the guys who deserve to play. You know, Zaire Williams is getting minutes, and he's just getting better and better. He's a +6. You know, I don't know. Can't say enough good things about the Zaire Williams. Sorry, it's like, oh, it's midnight. Let's not talk about yawning or I'll keep yawning. Robert Hall, 199. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Hopefully everything is well in Boston. Been a tough stretch. Nice to get a win. Yes, this means the Jazz win 2 of their last 8 instead of 1 of their last 7. It is so nice to get a win. And this was like one of those wins where it's nice to like see the Jazz turn it around because it has been so bad lately. David Lee, 499. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate it. All you guys who donate, obviously you don't have to, but I appreciate it a ton. Thank you, David Lee. Keep it up. You know I will. I got some flabby arms. Anyways, that's enough about the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's talk about the Jazz. This was a fun night tonight. Did anyone else have a blast tonight? I did. I think I was the villain of Twitter tonight, but I don't care. I don't care. Sometimes I enjoy evil, okay? Sometimes I like to be evil, okay? It's just the way it is. And I wanted to, the thing that I was frustrated with is that for like 2-3 days, everyone was like ragging on Donovan Mitchell over a screenshot of him not passing the ball to Rudy Gobert in the post. And we'll show a play tonight about maybe why we should probably give Donovan Mitchell a break. And I'm not here to rag on Rudy, but it was ridiculous to me for like 2 days. We listened to Donovan Mitchell get every sort of criticism imaginable. He's not clutch. He causes this team to lose. He plays hero ball all night. He doesn't pass to the Rudy when he's wide open. Well, guess what? And I got to do a video about it. I'm going to do a video about it. It was not Donovan Mitchell's fault. Could he be better? Of course he could be better. He has to be better. If the Utah Jazz want to go to the NBA Finals, which is their goal, isn't that the goal they gave us at the beginning of the year? Then Donovan Mitchell has to be better, and he has to have better nights than he did tonight. 6 for 24 is not going to get you to the NBA Finals. It's just not. What do you need to get to the NBA Finals? You need an MVP type player, a top 5 guy. You know, the Jazz had it with Malone, Karl Malone, and John Stockton was an elite number 2. And that's how they got to the NBA Finals. They had an MVP guy. Donovan Mitchell has to play at that level or they won't make it. It's just a fact. Now, could I give a lot of excuses for Donovan? Yes, but I'm not going to. 6 for 24 is just not even close to good enough. If they get this from Donovan Mitchell, they're not going to make it. But Donovan Mitchell knows that, and he would agree. If they want to get to the level, they need Donovan Mitchell to play at a superstar level. They just do. Tonight he wasn't good enough, but there were other reasons they won the game, and we're going to talk about them. Let's see. Kvombor, 18. Thank you, sir. $4.99. Another donation. Thank you, my friend. I love watching Kyle Anderson's slow release on his threes. It's kind of wild. I mean, it is honestly like, it is crazy. And somehow he gets it off. It's wild. It's just weird how some players just know how to get a shot off in a certain way. It's crazy. But thank you, Kvombor. House needs to start from now on. Jordan the GOAT Besserell jumping in. $1.99. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate it. From the GOAT, my man. I would agree. I think that at a certain point, you just have to have your best players play. Although we've talked about this the Sith way. that you must conquer and achieve rank by earning it. The Sith way is the way the Jazz need to go. I mean, the dark side. If you want to win, you've got to join the dark side, right? We've talked about this. We've talked about it, but let's not get into that tonight. Robert Hall, 199 again. Thank you, sir. Yes, start House. Bad pick or not, start him. It's a good pick, Robert. You're in the Hall of Fame, but it's okay. It's a good pick. But you're right. I think he needs to start, and I think he needs to play 30 minutes a game. But that's just if you want to win. We will talk about it. We will talk about it. But let's go through. I don't have a lot to say about Bojan Bogdanovic. He played 40 minutes tonight. He spreads the floor. He did hit 3 for 6 from 3, which is nice to see, but he was 4 for 13 from the field. And he just kind of, I don't know. This was weird tonight. He needs to stop taking, I don't know. The drive and the falling down stuff, I don't know. It is what it is. But this is what makes me happy is the 3 for 6 from 3. It spreads the floor. It opens things up for other guys. And 2 assists, 3 steals for Bogey, which is nice to see. So I would say it's a pretty good night from Bogey. You'd like to see him make more than this, but it is what it is. Royce O'Neal. It's rough right now. And I really like Royce, and he's a really good dude, and he plays hard. He does his best. He is a legitimate threat from 3. And he does things where he'll get assists and rebounds and steals and things like that. He's been not very good for a while. And I know he's close to Donovan Mitchell, and you don't want to make Donovan Mitchell mad by benching him, but at a certain point, you've got to do what's best for the team, and if it makes Donovan Mitchell mad, well, whatever. Sometimes you just are going to get mad. Royce O'Neal is not... I mean, he played 24 minutes tonight for a reason. The Jazz were better with Danuel House on the floor. They just were. Danuel House made like 4 game-winning plays tonight that legitimately won the game. I mean, it was just fantastic. In fact, I think well, is it time to go to that? Is it time? Yeah, let's talk about Danuel House. He's really one of the major reasons he won the game. And I had a play I wanted to show. This one right here, that Danuel House saved the day. So here we go. This is a steal, it's a block shot from Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell gets blocked. Look who's running, and he just does just enough. He does just enough to save the day. Look at the score, 108-109. They get the lead if he makes this. Danuel House runs the floor and makes the play of the game. Look, this is not a Euro foul. This is not a dumb Euro foul to stop transition. This is him old school grit and drive. I'm going to win the game. I'm going to win this game, baby. I'm not going to let you score, baby. And it won the game. It won the game. Shout out to Danuel House. House money. House money. It made me so happy. And he did multiple plays like that. Steals, contests. That monster assist from Mike Conley, the dunk in transition, was so good. It was so good. And he has absolutely earned his spot. He has earned it. It is irrevocable at this point. Irrefutable. You have to give him minutes. Why? Because, one, he freaking cares. He really cares. Danuel House is not worried about the Instagram as much as he is about getting the W and getting the win when it matters most and running the floor and saving the day. This is who Danuel House is, and this is who I want on the floor for the Utah Jazz. This is what I want. I want to see this. That's what I want to see. Kwamber 18, 199. Thank you, sir. Thank you. 199, my man. Trying to come from Denver for a Jazz playoff game. You do it, man. Shout out to the Denver fans. Shout out to Kavambor being in Denver, but rooting for the Utah Jazz. 18. That's how many times you deserve to pat yourself on the back. 18 pats on the back for Kavambor. Let's see. Asler 2K, member for 3 months. 3 months, Asler 2K. I hope I've earned your trust and love. Nice W, but I'm curious with the last roster spot with Udoka injured and Trent just a two-way. Can we know what do you want to happen in the last spot? Well, with Udoka out, you've got Hassan Whiteside, and Whiteside was magnificent tonight. You know, Rudy Gobert was fantastic. 5 for 8 from the field, 12 for 18 from the free throw line. He took 18 free throws and made 12 of them. It was tough to see those late game misses, but it was enough to win the game. 22 points, 21 rebounds for Rudy. Fantastic. Like, what can you say? Rudy was amazing. And his best quarter was the fourth quarter. It was so good. The fourth quarter from Rudy was vintage Rudy Gobert. Just like giving everything on the defensive end, guarding multiple positions in a single possession, multiple shots contested where he's just moving all over. It was DPOY Rudy Gobert tonight. It was DPOY Rudy, and it was fun to watch, and it was big time. So we talked about Danuel House. Have I told you how much I love Danuel House? I love you, Danuel House. I love you so much, and I hope you're on the team for a very long time. The other thing that Danuel House brings is just along with a heart of steel and competitiveness that will help this Jazz team in the playoffs. I'm spitting all over the place. On top of that, he brings length and athleticism that this Jazz, and not being oldness. That's the thing that Danuel House brings to this team, and it's amazing. And they have needed it so much. And you see it so many times, like 3-4 monster plays. This is one of those ones, guys. Go back and watch it again. Watch it again and enjoy it. And just give yourself a hug. Woo! Woo! Jazz win, baby! Woo! Do that. Do exactly that. And watch your family's reaction as you watch the Jazz. Ooh, 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 oh. Oh, my arms are too short and I'm too fat to even do that. Oh, oh, oh. But anyways, do it and enjoy Danuel House. It's really good. Okay? Anyways, yeah, this didn't get weird. Yeah, it got weird. It got way weird. Did I miss any donations? I don't think I did. If I did, let me know. You guys are amazing. Somehow you're still here. All right, let's talk about Donovan Mitchell. We talked about it a little already. I got kind of fed up on the Twitter machine with the things people were saying about the Jazz's most important player. I got fed up. People seem to think that they can just I don't understand what it is sometimes with the fan base where it just feels like you have to find a scapegoat. Last year, it was George Niang. I mean, it was not even close. The years before, it was Dante Exum. It was just, they just had to find a scapegoat. Weirdly, this year, it's been Donovan Mitchell a lot of the time. And I mean, honestly, some of it's been Rudy Gay, which is rightfully so. That's just been not very good. Although Rudy Gay's actually quietly been having a good, he's played well during this, I guess, percentage-wise. I still kind of think Juancho should get his minutes. Juancho! But anyways, let's go back to Donovan Mitchell. I don't know why this fan base finds scapegoats and then just constantly goes at them on, and it's like, you know what? All of these players have faults. But the thing that everyone went on, there was this screenshot of one play at the end of the game last game. And by the way, Steve Jones made the best tweet that obviously it's not the tweets that need to be retweeted that get tweeted. It's the ones with that support the narratives. No one wants truth these days. People want their biases and their narratives supported. Remember that. But anyway, Steve Jones mentioned hey, it was the play where Rudy Gobert was open under the basket and didn't get passed to by Donovan Mitchell. And everyone lost their minds over it. You all know what I'm talking about. You all saw it. It was on social media. You know who else saw it? Donovan Mitchell. All right. And for multiple days, multiple days, people rag on Donovan Mitchell over, oh, he doesn't pass Rudy Gobert. There were literally people sharing a pass per game stat about Donovan Mitchell, how many times he passes to Rudy Gobert, which is so stupid. I cannot comprehend it. That we're tracking how many times one player passes to another individual player, and we're actually having decimal points. How they even track that, I don't know. There is no way for me to know even the accuracy of it. I don't know how they did it, which makes me question its legitimacy. But anyways, it was to the point that Jazz local media asked Quinn Snyder about it, and for 20 minutes, he talked about how stupid it was. And rightfully so. It was stupid. It was stupid. Stupid. Okay? It was dumb. But anyways, back to the screenshot. It was Rudy Gobert wide open. Let's watch a play from tonight. Let's see. Is it this one? Okay. Let us watch. And this is not to rag on Rudy Gobert. This is more to just explain why maybe sometimes they don't. Okay? Let's just go. Watch Rudy Gobert. Donovan Mitchell pass. Oh, wait. Oh, no. This was the wrong one. No! No! Okay, here we go. Okay, I ruined it almost. That was a nice putback dunk by Rudy. And Rudy was a major reason they won the night tonight. Disclaimer. We say that like the disclaimer at the end. All right, let's watch the play. Okay? Ball goes to Donovan Mitchell. Boom! He's open. He is wide open. As soon as Donovan Mitchell gets this ball, look how fast he whips that ball to Rudy Gobert. Look at this. Woof. I mean, he recognizes and makes the pass, and it is right on the money. And by the way, it is as good a pass as you are ever going to make, because look at where this ball is. In reality, Rudy Gobert should reverse dunk this as quickly as he can, because Jaren Jackson Jr. is coming, and he is a all-defensive team player. You have to put this ball in the rim as fast as you possibly can. And when you're 7'1", it is a small hip, hop, skip, and a jump to get this ball in there. But this is what happens. No! 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 He brought the ball down to his waist. No! No! But no! 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 Now it's an isolation play. Instead of a quick assist for Donovan Mitchell, it is an isolation post play. And this is what happens. Blocked by Jaren Jackson Jr. And people online had the audacity to call that a foul. That was not a foul. That is Jaren Jackson Jr., contender for DPOY, by the way, making a block. He blocked him. And Rudy can complain all he wants. But that right there is why you need to lay off Donovan Mitchell a little bit, okay? Because sometimes Rudy Gobert is this wide open, and we could be mean. I could screenshot this right here. I could screenshot this right here and share it on Twitter and let you know that this turned out to be a miss. Right here, ball in the air. He's this open. This is a miss. I could screenshot this right here and say this was a miss by Rudy Gobert, and that would be mean and lame, but I will not do it. But people did this to Donovan Mitchell for days. For days. And they tagged him, and he saw it. And I'm telling you right now, it's a joke. He passes to him enough. He does it enough. And sometimes he will miss the play, and no one is questioning that. But he passes to him plenty. All right. All right. Moral of this story. The moral of this story is not to rag on Rudy Gobert. It is not to just aggrandize Donovan Mitchell. It is to say that Donovan Mitchell has his flaws and faults, and Rudy Gobert has his flaws and his faults. And it's okay to accept them. What is weird to me is that this Jazz fan base somehow wants to like pick one and then badmouth the other. How about we just appreciate both players for what they bring to the table and the good that they are, because they're both incredible. They're both all-stars. They're both all-stars. They need each other for this Jazz team to win. They need each other playing at their best. You need Donovan Mitchell on offense. You need Rudy Gobert on defense. Okay? I'm trying to figure out where to put my hand. They need each other. It is what it is. Rudy Gobert does not have an isolation game. He just does not. He does not have a back to the basket game that's good. It's not good. And he should have scored on that play. And guess what? It's only going to get harder in the playoffs. It's part of why the passes to Rudy go down, because they're just better. Yeah, should Donovan Mitchell have passed to Rudy Gobert in that instance? Yeah, against Golden State? Sure. He should have passed to him, probably. Although after watching this play, saying that it's like always the right play, or that he's going to make the shot, or it's just a given that he will make it, is not true. It's not true. Watch that play. Stop bad-mouthing players for ridiculous reasons. Let's go back to Danuel House. Do you know why the Jazz lost to the Golden State Warriors last game? You can watch that post game. We talked about it, but I'm going to reiterate it right now, and it's the reason they won tonight. Well, also Jordan Clarkson. But Danuel House played in this game and closed with a 16-point lead against the Golden State Warriors with like 7 minutes left. Quinn Snyder benched Danuel House and Juancho Hernan-Gomez, who were both a plus 20 and a plus 21 in that game. And immediately, the Golden State Warriors, I'm getting like lightheaded. Immediately, the Golden State Warriors go on a run and the Jazz lose the game. And people had the audacity to blame it on Donovan Mitchell not passing it to Rudy Gobert enough. What are you talking about? It was because of Danuel House and Juancho Hernan-Gomez defense on the perimeter that the Jazz were in leading that game. And then they benched them. And I'm not here to rag on Royce O'Neal, but he was a major reason they lost that game. People blame it on Donovan Mitchell not getting it to Rudy Gobert more. Give me a break. Yes, Rudy Gobert has a really high percentage of shots, but may I submit to the court of public opinion and to all of you that are in the chat and watching live and are judging my every word and deed, may I submit to the court for your review that perhaps Rudy Gobert's percentage is because of offensive putbacks and because of pick and roll lobs. And here's another thing that doesn't show up on the percentage wise. When someone passes to Rudy Gobert and he doesn't catch it, guess who gets the L on that? It's not Rudy. It is like Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley who get the turnover. So when Donovan Mitchell passes to Rudy Gobert and he doesn't catch the ball and bobbles it, by the way, he bobbled multiple tonight, but we're not going to go over that because I don't want to rag on him, but I'm trying to explain some things here. But let's say Donovan Mitchell, like the game where he had 6 turnovers the other night, 3 of them were to Rudy Gobert that he bobbled. But guess who's going to get the bad mouthing online? Donovan Mitchell. If I was Donovan Mitchell, I'd be losing my mind. I'm losing my voice, and I've probably lost my mind anyway. But I would lose it. I would be losing it. Because Donovan Mitchell gets the turnover when Rudy Gobert bobbles the ball and doesn't catch it. Donovan takes that L. So not only does he get the turnover, which hurts his PER and his advanced stats, but he also gets bad-mouthed on Twitter by box score warriors and Twitter keyboard warriors who don't actually watch the game and don't analyze all the plays. They will go on and say, wow, Donovan Mitchell had 6 turnovers. That's so bad. That's so bad. Donovan Mitchell must not be very good. 6 turnovers? Are you kidding me? Well, Rudy Gobert bobbles the ball. But Donovan takes that L. And in the comments tonight, before the game, people were like saying, oh, Donovan Mitchell needs to take more credit. No, Donovan Mitchell did not blame Rudy Gobert once today. He took all the blame. And in my opinion, that's about as much of a leader as you could ask for this team. For him to take all the blame when I'm telling you right now, Rudy deserves half of it. And I'm going to make a video. It's going to hurt some feelings, but it will show why. The people need to lay off Donovan and need to like be a little honest with some things with Rudy Gobert and Quinn Snyder. All right? Because my goodness, it was not good. Okay? It was not good. Whew. Was that long enough? Let's talk about Jordan Clarkson. All the Jordan Clarkson's fans who hate me so much. We are, how far are we into this? I can never see. 31 minutes. Let's talk about how great Jordan Clarkson was. They've already been mad at me for not talking about Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson was amazing, and Jordan Clarkson has quietly had an awesome month. He really has. Now, I think that Jordan Clarkson coming in at the end of the Golden State Warriors game was a massive, massive indictment of Quinn Snyder. That was, I mean, benching Danuel House and Juancho Hernan-Gomez to bring in Jordan Clarkson and Royce O'Neal was the reason that they lost last game. That was the reason. That was the reason. Along with Rudy Gobert dropping 5 times on I just gave away the video. Rudy Gobert dropping on 5 threes by Klay Thompson to end the game. 5 times. 5 times he dropped and gave him up. That was it. And also dropping those guys. But those things might be related. It's also coaching. That was bad coaching. Quinn Snyder, after the first one, should have called a timeout and said, stop doing that. But the thing is maybe he didn't call a timeout because maybe Coach Snyder is telling Rudy to drop. Right? But anyways, Jordan Clarkson was fantastic tonight. 7 for 13 from the field. He had 5 assists tonight. 5 rebounds. We're probably getting demonetized, so let's just watch it. I don't care. Really nice assists from Jordan Clarkson tonight. Like, really nice. Watch this. Jordan Clarkson comes in. That's the nice move to Hassan Whiteside. Just really good. Another one to Hassan Whiteside. Like, the bench unit tonight was so good for the Jazz. Watch right here. This is just beautiful. Like, that's just a beautiful, beautiful play. Right here, we've got Jordan Clarkson on Steven Adams. He recognizes the double team, and Hassan Whiteside finishes like on the back. That was an amazing finish. No one even talked about it. Whatever. Right here, the inbound to Rudy Gay. Great pass. Rudy Gay finishes. I think it was his only field goal. Great contest by Rudy Gobert, by the way. Another reason they won the game. Jordan Clarkson in transition finds Danuel House. That was just such a monster play. Oh, mama. I mean, that was so huge, guys. Jordan Clarkson was fantastic tonight. He was great. And he's so much fun. And honestly, the energy from Clarkson tonight was big. Now, should Clarkson close games? No. I think Clarkson is like, if in football terms, he's a between the 20s guy. Because I think that he can just get you buckets, second and third quarter. And then I think you need to bring out defensive stoppers in the fourth with Donovan and Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert. But let's give Jordan Clarkson his flowers. He was fantastic. And I think the more he drives to the rim and makes either that floater shot or is getting 5 assists by finding the big, that's amazing. Zintis, you don't have to apologize to me. X marks the spot, baby. Hey, James, sorry I haven't been here lately. Been very busy at work. Thank you, Zintis. You're amazing. I hope you are enjoying the show, but I am very grateful for you. You are amazing. $5. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that's everything tonight. I have to take the garbage out, and I also need to write something for the Silver Screen and Roll the Lakers blog. Have I turned completely to the dark side? No. I'm going to enjoy writing. No, they asked me about Quinn Snyder, actually. The rumor that Quinn Snyder's going to the Lakers, and they wanted my opinion on Quinn Snyder. I'm going to be honest with them. Although, should I lie? Should I lie so that they take him? I'm just being honest right now. Maybe I'll just like lie and just say he's amazing and that he's great and he makes incredible adjustments at the end and he keeps Danuel House in the game. But I will say this. Shout out to Quinn Snyder because he brought out Danuel House again, and I almost lost my mind. Brought in Royce O'Neal. Royce played poorly again, and Snyder immediately put House back in, and it was the right move. And Royce can be as mad as he wants, and that's fine, but that's why you pay a coach, is to make tough decisions. And House came in and literally was, I mean, one of the absolute core reasons the Jazz won this game. Absolute big-time plays. I think I'll make a video about the rumors about Doc. I got to make a video about all of these because that last one got views, guys. And so I got to keep doing that. I got to stop being a lazy, chubby troll. All right? That's what I got to stop being. Although I do enjoy seeing my wife and kids occasionally. All right, let's give a shout out to the All-Stars. Let's give a shout out to Total Game Domination, TGD, Christian House Money to Haas, Tyson Price, The Price is Right, Baby Elliott Matson, X marks the spot for Zintas, Jordan the Goat Best World, Joshua Hansen, the Danish Destroyer, and one Anton Warren, Ezekiel Rice-Seabay, the man from down under, JT Buckets Wardell, Austin R. Grant, Editor Extraordinaire, Eric C., the C stands for Champion, Donald Schooley, schooling all of us, DW to CB, Darren Williams to Carlos Boozer, Jorge Arrizaga, mi amigo de abajo, Lee Christensen driving the lane, Patrick Kubo, the connoisseur, and Robert Hall of Fame out in Boston, I believe. I hope you're getting some sleep, Robert. You know what's funny? I think Robert knows my brother-in-law, who was also out in Boston at one point. I'm pretty darn sure. And so shout out to Robert Hall of Fame and Zintas for being a part of the show. I'm sorry, you've been busy at work. So have I. It's crazy. Work is tough. But you know what? We have the Jazz, and it's what brings us together. When they win, when they lose, when they make us cry, when they make us happy, we'll find ourselves here, and it's a lot of fun. So thank you for being a part of the channel, guys. You are all amazing. And if you're new here, and if you're still here and you're new, like and subscribe to the channel. Do it. Hit a like, hit the subscribe, and maybe join and support the channel. It really helps me a lot, and it helps my equipment improve. I've got the new monitor this year. It's because of you guys. We have the ring light that puts those little circles in my eyes but lights me up so that my green screen that you guys helped me get works better. I have my side light here thanks to you guys. This mic is because of you guys. Thank you. If you join the channel, it supports it, and I honestly put a lot of money into this channel from what you guys do. You know, sometimes I buy a McChicken. But you guys support this channel and keep growing. And I just commissioned, I'm paying, like, money that you guys paid me, I'm paying to an artist for another video project I'm working on. I'm trying so hard. But he lives in Albania, and you know how hard it is to, like, transfer money from America to Albania? It is freaking hard. It is really freaking hard. But soon, and we'll get something up, I hope. But anyways, thank you for your donations. Thank you for joining the channel and supporting the channel. It helps it grow. It helps me do cool things for the channel. I give it back to you in a way. So anyways, guys, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will talk to you